I was in school and for some reason I just couldn't shake off this nagging feeling of low energy. I wanted to do things and I just couldn't bring myself to do them. I wanted to be the social guy in school talking to everyone, good morning, hello, how's it going? Talking to every single person, and for some reason I couldn't do it. I wanted to and I just felt so tired, so low energy, so low confidence even though I'm normally super confident. I don't understand why. I've done it before, I can do it again, right? So why do I feel this way? I met up with my friend early in the morning, I go to school early, and as we were kind of just talking, for some reason I was just in like this weird vibe where I wasn't talking at a high volume like I normally talk. I wasn't talking confidently as I'd normally talk. Heck, probably even my body language, my posture was kind of off. I probably looked kind of defeated. And that's not who I am. That's not what I want to be. So why was this happening? I went through school. Finally, the perfect opportunity arrived. I was like, yeah, this is a cute girl. Let me go up and talk to her. But then something happened. I made excuses. I didn't do what I said I wanted to do. Why? This is a cute girl. There's nothing wrong with talking to her. Why am I so afraid of talking to this person? I feel low energy. I've been trying to force myself to talk to all of these guys, but I even can't bring myself to put on a smile on my face. A few videos ago, I literally talked about smiling more, how to smile more, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it, which is kind of shameful, right? Hypocritical. I'm telling you to smile, be more happy, it'll change your life, and I'm not even doing it. So what's wrong with me? I'm feeling defeated, I'm feeling upset, I'm not holding myself to the same standards that I hold you guys to. So what's wrong with me? I have this perfect opportunity in my hands. I can just go up and talk to this girl, and I'm making excuses. I feel lower confidence. I feel low energy. It feels like shit, basically. The entire thing just has me in a bad mood, and I probably have this like negative aura just surrounding me. So what's up with me? Maybe you've experienced this as well, and if you have, we are gonna fix it, which is great, right? Because you'll get out of this bad energy mood and you'll finally avoid this problem forever. So how do you do that? Low energy, it mainly comes down to two main factors, I guess. Low energy, low confidence. They're kind of in the same like category. So low energy can come down to literally just being low energy, like being unhealthy. Your energy is sapped from you. So for example, if you're missing sleep, of course you'll feel tired. You'll feel more tired. Not only if you're missing sleep, if your sleep is inconsistent. I know a lot of people who will sleep consistently on the weekdays. They'll go to bed consistently at 8. They'll wake up consistently at 7, 6. On the weekends, they sleep in. They go to bed at 8. They wake up at like 10 a.m. 14 hours of fucking sleep. Bro, you were getting a safe, like, nice 8 hours before, however much I just said. And now they just completely changed that consistency. So they are in this never-ending loop of feeling tired. Your body needs a few days to adapt to a sleep schedule, and then once you get into that sleep regimen, then your body is used to it. Now your body adjusts its sleep cycles to that sleeping schedule, and you start feeling energized even with that sleep. You may think, no, if I get 12 hours now, it'll kind of last me for the week. No. That's not how sleep works. You need, and I'm telling you, you absolutely need to have a consistent sleep schedule. This is something I'm working on. My sleep schedule recently has been shit. It hasn't been worse than now. It's currently, I don't have my phone, but it's like 9 right now. I'm gonna be kind of transparent. This has been a pretty bad day. I haven't been consistent with my recording schedule. I was meant to record like early in the morning. Like after I do my morning routine. 6 a.m. But I didn't. I slept in. I got distracted helping my mom with cooking, doing this other bullshit, literally scrolling on YouTube Shorts for a while. It's embarrassing, right? But I ended up wasting time doing all of that, or you can say it's not wasting time helping my mum cooking, obviously. But the point is, I was meant to record early because I slept and because I did all of this. Now it's like 9. It's currently like 9, almost 10. And I'm only just recording the video. I'm late to my recording schedule. Now I'm gonna stay up late recording this. I'm posting this video, editing it. Now I'm gonna get like 3 hours of sleep just trying to get this video up. And then the next day, I'm going to be tired again. And it's this like loop of tiredness because your sleep schedule isn't right. You're sleeping in, then you have less time. So you're on this like tight deadline to get everything done, which makes you ruin your sleep schedule and you mess up everything. So if I were you, I would set a rule. And this is what I'll try and do from now on. Make sure forever you are on bed on time, no matter what. Nothing else is more important. Make sure you set a sleep schedule. I will sleep at this time, I will wake up at this time. And at least for months, just basically never break this unless you specifically have a reason to break it. If not, for the rest of your life, stick to the schedule forever. Keep going to bed and sleeping at the same time. Your body will praise you for it. I'm promising you this. As someone who's had a bad sleep schedule and a good sleep schedule before and been consistent and inconsistent, this is what you should do for the best sleep. Time is important as well, but there's obviously a limit on the time you can get. Maybe you have work, maybe you have things you need to do. Just make sure it's consistent. It's the most important thing. You will feel so much higher energy because of this. Then there's obviously your diet. Make sure you're eating enough food. Make sure you're eating good food. If you're eating bullshit, if you're eating chocolate and junk food and crisps, of course you're going to feel sapped. Because these are foods literally designed to basically give you pleasure now, make you feel good now. And then later, it all dips down and you feel negative, you feel like shit, and you don't feel good. Like a sugar rush, right? You feel happy, you feel joyful, you feel hype, like you have all this energy, you want to jump around right after consuming sugar. And then a while after, 1 hour, 2 hours, you feel drained, you want to sleep. That's how it works. This food has been designed, manufactured to do this to you. So make sure you're eating good food. Meat, eggs. These are basically the most healthiest foods on the planet. Then maybe you can implement some fruits, you can add some vegetables. If you really can't live without it, you can have some rice. But that's basically it. So just understand that when you start eating worse food for you, specifically things like junk food, that's something you need to cut out. Because it'll ruin your energy. Then you can consider going on these things like keto, carnivore. Then you can consider that. That's things for you to decide. I think carnivore is the best possible diet you can go on, genuinely. Of course, that can be difficult to do. It's expensive, it's costly, and of course, it's difficult to actually stay consistent with when you're used to eating carbs, rice, pasta, whatever. But you have your diet. Just make sure you cut out the bullshit. You know what's bad for you. You don't need me to tell you, don't eat crisps, don't eat that chocolate, don't eat that don't vape. You don't need me I don't need to tell you this stuff, right? So just keep that in mind. Have a healthy diet, sleep consistently. There are all of these healthy stuff that you kind of know, right? You kind of already know this. Make sure you're working out, sweat a lot, excrete all of these weird stuff inside of your body. You know this. Drink a lot of water. This is common sense, right? Then we have things that I don't think many people talk about. Stay consistent with your habits. When you are inconsistent, when you are lazy, when you have this self-image of yourself, I constantly tell you, be more arrogant. Give yourself these affirmations. I'm a hard worker, I'm a G, my muscles look so big. When you give yourself these affirmations, what happens is your self-image, how you see yourself improves. So when you tell yourself, my muscles are so big, I look buff, I have good genetics. and then you look at yourself, you immediately start seeing yourself in a positive light. My muscles are quite big, right? If you do something that conflicts with this self-belief, let's say you're meant to work out and then you don't work out, it's going to be so much worse than the guy who does no affirmation, sees himself lower and misses the gym. Because your self-image is all the way here, you didn't comply with your self-image, you aren't working out even though you're meant to be the big, muscly, strong dude. Now you've just like your body isn't congruent anymore. Your mind, how you see yourself and what you're actually doing, it doesn't mix, it doesn't match together anymore. So it pulled you down all the way here. You feel so negative. Compared from being here to here where your self-image is low. I missed a day off the gym, but I don't really see myself as that buff guy. I'm not even that fit. It doesn't really hurt as much now. You're already low down. You have low self-confidence. So you need to give yourself these affirmations, feel confident in yourself, proud of yourself. But then you need to matter, you need to be congruent, you need to be doing the actions of the things you're saying. My muscles are so big. Then make sure you aren't missing a day off the gym. I'm so consistent with YouTube, my fans love me. Then make sure you aren't missing uploads in your schedule. Make sure you're constantly trying to revise and improve your videos. These are all things that you kind of just need to do once you start improving your self-image. So even just staying consistent, stay consistent so you are proud of yourself, right? If you're proud of yourself, you'll obviously be more happy. That day where I had low confidence, low energy, that was the day I slept in. I didn't do my morning routine. I didn't do what I wanted to do. So then I went to school and I just felt low confidence. I felt low energy. I was on 4 hours of sleep. I didn't do my morning routine. I haven't meditated yet. I haven't done all of the stuff I said I wanted to do. I made all of these mistakes. Now I go to school and I bring all of this like negativity with me because of my failure. It doesn't comply with my self-image. I'm the guy who's consistent with my morning routine. I'm meditating. I'm doing all of this stuff. And I didn't do it. It hurts now. It hurts a lot more than if my self-esteem was way lower. So you need to make sure you are very consistent with your stuff. Even if it's just the bare minimum. If you are going to say you are the guy who's consistent with meditation, even if you don't feel up to it, literally just meditate for like 10 seconds. Literally just do one meditative breath. That could be at least like kind of tick it off in your mental box, your physical habit tracker. I meditated, even if it was so little. At least you actually did the habit when you said you would, right? It may be the bare minimum, it may be less than the bare minimum, but it's still something. I would rather you do 1 second of meditation than no meditation at all. I would rather you do 1 push-up than just do nothing and not go to the gym and literally just laze around. Something. Right? And then of course you're more likely, if you've already done 1 push-up, you're more likely to go the entire set. Okay, I've already done 1, I might as well do more, I have some more in me. Before you know it, you've already done 3 sets of push-ups to failure. Boom. It's already like a little core work, a little chest workout for you. So that's something that's really helpful. So this is stuff that really impact your energy levels and your confidence. Outside of that, you should also, and this is just a little hack, you should get into a social flow state. So when you get into a social flow state, it's kind of like this term that I like to use, where you're kind of just in the mood of being social. It's like, imagine you haven't talked to anyone the entire day, you're tired. And now suddenly, you see a hot girl. It's very difficult to go from this, like, your posture is incorrect, you're looking down, and you're tired and you haven't talked to anyone, and you aren't smiling, to suddenly fix up your posture, start smiling, get into this high energy mood and go up and approach her. That's difficult. It's like 0 to 100. It's swapping activities, and your body is very bad at swapping activities. It is so difficult, for example, to go from sitting in your bed lazing around watching YouTube shorts to going to do a really hard workout. That's so difficult, right? So you need to already be in this productive mood, or you need to already be working and then do your workout. It's so easy to go from push-ups, you're already doing push-ups to failure, to suddenly go to doing another exercise to failure, to another exercise, because you're already exercising. And it's the same with socializing. It's so much easier to go from already being in this high energy mood where you're talking to everyone. How's it going? Good morning. Dap me up, bro. You look fit. It's so easy to go from that and then cold approach that hot girl. Then to go from this low energy posture and then talk to her. That's so difficult. So you need to be in a high energy mood. And I think the easiest way to do that is literally just to phone up a friend. Or to talk to a friend in real life. That's even better. So let's say you're going to school, right? You haven't talked to anyone. You've woke up recently. You're going to school. If you, before school, you call up your best friend and you're just like, yo bro, how's it going? I'm just trying to get like in the social flow state. I just want to have a hyped up call, a high energy call. Yeah, how's it going? What have you been up to? Yeah, that's really good, man. I'm about to go to school. I'm hyped for it. I'm going to talk to so many people. If you have this high energy call where you're shouting, you're laughing, you're like being boys with the boys. Imagine how hyped up you'll feel to the point where when you see someone, you'll immediately literally want to go up and talk to them. You're already really happy, you're really joyful, you're like, you're jouncing about, you're good. So having a high energy call with a friend is the best way. It's so easy. Just grab your phone, call them. Literally for 5-10 minutes, you're just talking to them about bullshit whilst you're preparing for school. And even better, if you have this friend in real life, you can literally just meet up with them and have this high energy time. And then it's even better and it's even easier to go up and just talk to people. So that's also a very helpful hack. Now, it obviously depends on your friends. They could be really busy. You may be on this path of self-improvement where you're trying to get better in life. So your friends are all busy, or maybe they are older people, because there's very few people young who are also on self-improvement, like people your age, for example. They may be busy, they may have jobs, they may be sleeping. But if you just have one friend who's just there, or maybe you even have the same schedule, so you can kind of schedule these things at the same time. So that's very helpful for your development, for just getting hyped up. So I'd also recommend that. And also, kind of to just conclude this, sometimes you just won't feel like talking to people. Sometimes you'll just be tired. Sometimes you won't even be tired. Sometimes you'll be high energy. And for some reason, you just can't bring yourself to talk to people. There's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes you literally just don't want to. And in situations like that, you don't need to force yourself. Think about it. If you go to wherever you're going to one day, and you just don't feel like talking to anyone, you wake up and you just want to not talk to anyone. You could even be an extrovert. I'm personally an introvert, but I talk to so many people, you could consider it extroversion. You could be an introvert, you could be an extrovert, and just one random day you don't feel like talking to anyone. Then you don't need to. Think about it. This is just your body being authentic. This is your authentic self just saying, I don't really want to talk to people today. So you should actually live with your authentic self and not talk to people if you don't feel like it. This could even be to your friends, your own friends who you're already confident you're already comfortable with. You could literally have friends who are good people, you like them, but for whatever reason, you just don't really feel like hanging out with them today. Bro, do you want to come out? Me and the boys are going to this restaurant. You want to come with us? Nah, I don't really feel like it today. You don't need to give some excuse. You don't need to go if you don't want to. You may just not feel like it, so you don't need to go. I'd actually just rather read a book today. And you just want to be secluded and kind of sequestered for the day and just read. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, right? It's your own decision. So honor that. Your body wants to do this, then do it. Don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do. The entire point of this entire journey, of like this self-improvement journey, you're trying to learn to socialize, you're trying to get like a good body, a bulk body, you're trying to improve your sleep, you're trying to make money. The entire point of it is for your own happiness, right? It's for your own freedom. If you aren't fulfilling that freedom, what's the point? You're becoming rich to have time, location, geographical freedom. If you aren't fulfilling that, your friends invite you, you don't feel like it. If you don't just do what you want to do, what's the point of all of it? The entire point was for freedom, so live it. Live the lifestyle, the dream lifestyle ahead of time, as close as you can, so then when you do get it, you'll actually be used to it. Or kind of have the same mindset of it. How do I even put it? It's not like I'm rich, so it's difficult for me to say. But it's kind of like you are trying to become rich. Just for example, you are trying to become rich for freedom, right? You want to work your own hours, you want to do what you want. Now, there's limits to how much you can follow this, right? You have a job you need to do, then after your work, just to survive. Then you also have extra business work ahead of that in order to get what you want. But for the most part, I'm sure there are some aspects of the lifestyle that you can kind of live up to. So for example, freedom. The freedom to kind of do what you want. Maybe you still need to work and whatnot, but then also kind of just live up to that freedom. Do what you want sometimes. Maybe it's the weekends. If you were rich and you could do anything you wanted, what would you do? And don't say you just sit in and watch TV all day. Maybe sometimes you'd do that, but you wouldn't do that all the time. What would you do? Okay, maybe you do like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of business work, and then maybe you just sit in the sun and enjoy the shade. You wouldn't want to just spend your days watching TV, right? Imagine you're a multi-millionaire, you have all the money you'll need. Are you really just going to be this lazy fatso who's watching TV, this corpulent dude? Oh man, your boxing form is right, you need to fix your boxing form. Like some loser, like some couch expert who's like commenting on the football match. Oh man, you're so bad at football. What are you doing, Ronaldo? You can't even play football yourself. Bro, is that what you want to be doing? Let's be honest, you don't. So live the life you want to live before you even kind of have the luxury to live that lifestyle. You want freedom, so you can't move wherever you want, but try and live it a little bit. Work, and then maybe you want to sit out in the sun, maybe you want to hang out with your friends all day and work with them, whatever. You can choose that. Do it. And the same applies to socializing. You've gained the skill of socializing because you want to be able to talk to people, right? But the point isn't to have to talk to people. The point is you have the ability to, so you can talk to people whenever you want to. And you should honor that, right? There are some people who you don't want to talk to. There are some days you just don't feel like talking. So don't talk. That's your body authentically being you. That's just how it works. So just keep that in mind. If you want to get better at socializing even quicker, if you want to get from level 0 where you can't talk to anyone to level 2 where you can talk to anyone, any man at any time, no matter what, check out the Social Protocol. It is a step-by-step framework where you can get from that level to level 2, where you can start becoming friends with people. You can start making friends for the first time in your life. Not these like shitty school friends who you meet in school, your relationship doesn't develop past that. They'll betray you at a drop of a hat. Instead of these losers who are literally trying to pull you down, you start working on your business, you start cold approaching girls, and they try and pull you down. Haha, imagine cold approaching, stop it, you're being cringe, bro. They try and ruin your confidence when you try and build yourself up. Instead of these losers, you can make friends with real brothers who will literally guide you along the way. They'll try and pull you up. They'll be ahead of you in a certain area. They'll be better at you in business and they'll try and pull you up. Here's what to do for your business, bro. I made that mistake you're making right now. Don't make that mistake. Don't swap from YouTube to copywriting for a year and make no money because you're inconsistent with copywriting and then come back to YouTube. Just stick with YouTube, bro. I made that mistake. That's from personal experience. I made that mistake. It's that, bro. You make friends who want you to do good. You make friends who will literally never betray you. They could be offered $1 million, 10 million. Hey, you can kill if you can have this $1 million if you just end your best friend, just like shoot him in the head. They'll be like, no, fuck you. You know what? I'm reporting you to the police. I'd never betray my friend. People like that. Because the people you have right now would do at a drop of a hat. If they had a button where you could die, no one would know, there would be no consequences, and they made $100 million, it'd press it. No thinking at all. They'd just be like, oh, cool, boom. Your life is done. That's it. So if you want to make friends who actually respect you, who cherish you, who care about you, who want you to do better, join the social protocol. If you want to get better at socializing, if you want to literally be in a community where you can ask questions for specific places you are in life. Hey guys, I'm struggling with this in my socializing journey. Hey guys, I'm messing up with this in self-improvement and it's really affecting my self-esteem. And you can literally get answers from different people with different life experiences who all have the same goal as you. Join the social protocol. If you want to be able to have calls, like weekly calls with me, where it's literally kind of just the morning of a weekend, I just have some coffee, you have some coffee, and we are just in a call where we are talking, and I'm literally guiding you. I'm looking at where you are exactly in your self-improvement journey, and I'm giving you tips to improve personally. Then join the social protocol. All of this is in the top link in the description for a very cheap price, less than a pizza, bro. Check it out. Top link in the description. Remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye bye.